Hi, my name is Ashwell Morrison and I work in the commercial operations team in procurement. I've been with the company now for 2 years and throughout my time here I've been a member of the ED&I group. I love contributing to the ED&I campaigns and firmly believe the group does a fantastic job of raising awareness. Unfortunately, I'm one of many people who has experienced racism. It can have a major impact on who you grow up to be as a person and how confident you are and your outlook on life. To mark this year's Black History Month, I have asked my Uncle Guy Reid Bailey OBE, to come in and share his experiences. He's recently been awarded the Freedom of the City for his involvement in the Bristol bus boycott, and it's been amazing for me to have such an influential role model play a big part in my life. I'm really interested to understand his viewpoints of the last 60 years and how society has changed, if it's changed at all. Uncle, you moved to the UK in 1961 from Jamaica. What were your first impressions and how were you greeted?
Well, my first impression was that the houses that was that I saw, I thought they were factories, and I was thinking, no wonder there's so many people leaving the Caribbean to come to England, because there must be lots of jobs.
How did the people treat you when you came across? Did you get a welcoming?
Well, it's difficult because the only people that I knew of at that time was my eldest brother, who was here before me. I had to stay with him.
You, as well as many other people, struggled to find housing when you first moved over. The market was deliberately making it difficult for people of colour and Irish to buy or rent properties.
You couldn't get properties to rent because the landlords were 100% white, and of course they didn't let homes to black people, and it was very difficult for black people to get their own homes because the banks and our building society would not allow them to have mortgages.
A visual representation of this is the infamous signs landlords used to put on the windows. No blacks, no Irish, no dogs. How did that make you feel?
That made me feel very sick to know that people were classing black people the same as they class in the same category as a dog. So you can just imagine how that was painful for someone like myself to accept at that time.
We've all applied for a job and can envisage the rush of, optimism you get once that application has been handed in or completed, should I say. So to hear that you applied for a role at the Bristol Omnibus Company and was refused an interview because of their company policy that was to only hire white people to work on their vehicles is astonishing for me to hear. How did you feel in that moment and how did that spark you on to start the boycotts?
Once I just walked into the reception and I said, I've got a 2 o'clock appointment for a job. And she said to the manager at the time that the appointment for 2 o'clock is here, but he's black. And I heard him told her to tell him that we have no more jobs. That made me feel sick to the core of my stomach. I didn't realize that coming from a country where their first language is English, was told that they don't have a job. And following that, the manager told us that under no circumstances would they give me an interview because I'm a black person.
That must have been very disheartening to hear, and I can hear the anguish in your voice when you are describing the story. Your hard work and the other members that started the boycott contributed greatly to the introduction of the Race Relations Act 1965. You played a key part in the movement to end racial discrimination in the UK, Uncle. You must be proud of your influence.
I am in a sense proud about the old thing, but on the other hand, it's not. It was very uncomfortable to be living in a community where, because of your color of your skin, you are not accepted, and I was not used to those sort of things.
Throughout all the challenges you have faced, there was one thing in particular that definitely kept you going.
Cricket.
Definitely, yes. For me, and hopefully my son, this will be your greatest legacy. Why did you start the club, and why didn't you join an A16 team?
If there are so many young cricketers from the Caribbean in Bristol playing for white teams, why don't we form a black team for West Indian and Caribbean people? We were accepted as a team to play among white teams, but it was difficult to get fixtures with the white teams because they didn't think we would have been as good as they are to play. And in the end, we become one of the strongest, the best teams in the areas around in Bristol. And any competition that we applies to play, we were successful to win and make the opposition teams, who were all white, understand that we are as good as them, if not better.
It's been amazing to have you as a role model in my life, and I apologize, I wasn't aware of your achievements in my younger days. It's taken me into my ripe old age of 35 to understand truly how special you are and what you have done. Out of all of the achievements, which one are you most proud of?
The Bristol bus boycott, Bristol West Indian, the Housing Association, those three things providing me with a joy in my life, something that you probably doesn't know at the moment, Pat, Ash, is that I've been nominated for the Pride of Britain.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, because I didn't tell you that.
No, you didn't. Yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing it. Well, I've been round your house and I've seen your trophy cabinet, and there wasn't much room for any more trophies, to be honest. So it's going to be interesting if you win this, where you're going to put it.
Well, I'll find out where is the best place to store it.
My family have always taught me this motto: treat people in a similar fashion to the way you want to be treated. With that being said, Uncle, what do you think people can do today to be allies for the people of colour and challenge racial discrimination?
I hope what I have achieved over the years has gone a long way to prepare the younger people today, to prepare them for tomorrow. And to do that, you have to humble yourself and reach out to those that haven't got the strength or the understanding of how you got to where you are at the moment. And we must always work together to achieve success, because success doesn't come by just one individual. It comes by all the people around you, whether they might be 1 year old or 70 years old like I am.
As we celebrate another Black History Month, I hope one day there will be no need to raise awareness, no need for an ED&I group, no discrimination at all. I wish I could click my finger and society was set free of the barriers holding our race, the human race, back.